Welcome, welcome. I am on time. My name's Trish. If anyone that doesn't know me, I want to thank everybody that's already here in the chat. So I have pulled a couple of cards for those people that have already jumped in with their questions just to get started. While we're waiting for a few more people to come in, I'll go through some of the cards and the good news that I finally just got. So we'll go through a few details. So we will be relaunching the website on or by the 25th of September. So we just got our date to say that Australia will be sending back to the US again. And that will be on the 25th of September, if not before. So I'm getting busy, ready to have some new stock ready to go for when we open again. This deck's already in. We've got this combination with the book. So this is a collaboration with the author Kane Dodd. Now there'll be a package with the book as well as this deck. I'm going to be reading this deck today so you can check it out and see what you think. But this will be on the website. It's already in. It's already been photographed. It's done. All the marketing's done with this one, and it'll be on the website ready to go for the 25th of September. I'm also trying to get in new mats. I'm almost out of the old mats that they're called Tarot Array, which I'll probably change the name on the website so you know that they're altar mats. So what you do your readings on, what you put on top of your altar to decorate with candles. I have all different ones. You see my videos all the time. I change my colours. I've got my blues in today to match my nails, and I've been using this all last week. But I've got 3 sets of 3 available on the website. I've got the neutrals, so it's like the white marble, the cream, and the wood grain one on the website, but they're almost out. I'm just reading through some of the comments. Hi, everybody. Hi, Hope. Please let me know if you're new here, because there's a couple of names in that are different to normal. Beautiful. Thank you. Just saying hi to everybody, and lots of messages already coming through. Excuse me. Sorry, I've got incense burning. Hopefully I might move that actually so I don't start choking on that. So I'm excited to be here. Now, as I said, the mats will be, I'm looking at ordering new mats to go up on the website because the other ones are almost out. And I'm going to be doing the blue purple as well as the purple that I use on this one under here. You can see if I just flip the map, well, you're probably not going to see it, but this purple one here with the gold on it, that one's going to be in the pack, plus a brand new really deep purple with marble green through it, gold marble green. So that will be the next 3. So I'm working hard. That's a great question, Christopher. Was that a false flag event? Because, and sorry, I'm just getting away from what I'm doing. I did get in one of the prediction readings that I did, there was going to be a false flag event coming up. I don't remember which reading it was, but I said it's going to be a red flag or a false flag event. And it's funny that you've come on and said, was that event a false flag? I have no opinion on it, whether or not it is. It's just strange that in one of my predictive readings, I did say there was going to be a false flag event coming up. So interesting, but lots of personal questions today. So I may pull that one, but lots of people wanting personal questions today. So, but I might do a bit of world events as well. I've just done this deck here is how we're going with people coming in. Yep, we're moving. So this is the forecast oracle that I've been working on. It's the one that I'm going to be testing now on the other channel, both channels. So testing this one it's a 2026 deck for 2026 to 2030 predictions. You can use it in conjunction with the predictions oracle, but it can also be used for personal readings. Now, I've just finished the pick a card readings that will go up on my other channel, which is Cosmic Trish. I'll put the links in the description once this is not live anymore, because you'll get to see all of the cards in this one and how they read together. But I've put it on the table. So when you give me your questions, I should have mentioned it first because everybody's already sending in all their questions already. Celestial cards coming out in 2026. Great question, Gianna. So, 2026 early. They'll be probably one of the first limited edition releases for 2026 will be the Celestial deck, which is, and I've got them out in case anybody would like a card pulled from that one. That's this one. This tells you what gifts, psychic gifts you have, what spirit would like you to work on, and what gifts may be coming your way soon. So, really great cards. I use these ones over on the Cosmic Trish channel. early in 2026, this is going to be a limited edition. So there will be a few of those available to purchase. But I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated in the lives and on the what's coming videos. Okay, so many people have so many things. No, I'm just taking it chilled because I tend to get a bit stressed with these lives doing everything by myself. I'm reading what you're saying. I'm trying to talk to the camera. I'm also trying to stay in touch with the guides and read the cards. So I'm not going to be too stressed. I will not get to everybody. Just so you know straight up, I will not get to everybody's questions. But I'll do my best to get through as many as I can. So when you're putting your questions in, please put which deck you'd like me to read. You can put deck 1, deck 2, deck 3. And now I'm going to give you a sample. I've chosen the first 3 people that came in. I've already chosen their cards, and I'm going to show you all 3 sets that I'm reading from today. And as I said, I've also, if you want to know what your psychic gift is, your personal one, you can ask for that one as well. You can either ask for the tarot, which is number 2, the new Immortal Cycle, so you can check that one out, or the one that I'm testing if you'd like me to do that one. So you can either call it by its name, this is tarot, or just 1, 2, 3. So let me know which deck you'd like me to use. Hi, Sherry Knight. Welcome. Thank you for letting me know. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and these readings are also free. So let's get into the readings. Now, I'm going to jump back up and take a look at the first 3 people in. And so the first one I have is Bonnie. Bonnie asks about, now let me see, I'm going to jump back and I'm going to find Bonnie and show your question. Okay, Bonnie would like to ask the guides about her financial situation. So good news would be appreciated. So we all love some good news. What was the name of that one? Sorry, I'm just getting a message through. I missed one. Valerie. My crazy husband's just sitting in the background reading the comments. He's just come in and said, Valerie asked if she should remarry. He says, tell her I'm available. He's an idiot. He's very silly. Okay, so getting back to Bonnie's energy, let's see what we've got on the table for Bonnie. And I just want to show you the cards as well so you can have a look. This is a tarot up the top. I use this tarot sometimes over on my Cosmic channel. It's a different tarot to everybody else's. It's an ether tarot because it's got an element of the fifth. It's got the 5th element in it, which is the realm of the ether. So here I'm seeing for you, Bonnie, could you please see what my guides have to say about my immediate financial system? Okay, so they're showing me here current situation of dry spell, depletion, or scarcity is what they're showing. This is the new deck, which is the forecast. I had to check them because it's brand new. It's only just come in this week. They're asking you, Bonnie, if you can, preservation is really important. So at this time, you need to really preserve what you've got. So now, I don't want you to think in terms of scarcity either, because what you put out and focus on is what you get more back of. So if you're thinking, oh, I've got to be really tight, I've got to be careful, I've got nothing, I'm living in a state of depletion and scarcity, then the universe responds with more of that. So it's really hard getting that balance of your mindset and getting to turn it around and trying to think really positive and putting out positive vibes and being grateful. When you do that, by first thing when you wake up is being grateful and thankful for. Pick 3 things that you're thankful in your life. Focus on those 3 things and you attract more of that to your life. But they are asking you at the moment to have preservation, preserve what you've got. They're saying here with the duality card here, and this is coming from the Immortal Cycle Oracle, it's the balance breaker. So for one thing, we're talking about balance again. We're talking about balancing your money, balancing your books, but balancing that the state that's going out. So whether you think you're in that state of preservation, having to preserve what you've got, but having that balance of knowing that you are part of an abundant cycle. There's an abundance of just waiting available to you and everybody else. You've just got to turn that tap on. So spiritually, just picture a tap just turning on, and in your flow, abundant flow will come to you, but make sure there's no mental blocks coming there. So it's getting that balance between preserving and being careful what you spend, but also being aware that you're attached to an abundant universe. It's abundant and plenty around you. So trying to switch your mindset over. That's what they're saying with the duality card. They're also saying with that duality card, it's a matter of choosing between one thing and another. So if you've got all the, it's almost like you've got different bills or different things where your money has to go out, and it's a matter of choosing which one's more important. So, do I need to spend this here or can this wait? So it's choosing what is most important at this time. So preserving money, but also changing that mindset and getting that balance there. Up the top, we're seeing lots of options for you. Again, I feel like it's options around. I know you want the good news. And I'm going to find the good news in here. There is definitely good news coming, but it's a matter of you switching your mindset over. But the options card is saying that it's choosing, where your money goes and being careful with how you're spending your money. Don't be wasteful with your money, preservation. And it's about, this is the Seven of Cups, not all of it glitters is gold. And it's about having lots of options. But I do feel it's like money goes to all these different places. So having to be really careful where you're putting your money. We've got the Eight of Coins, and that's a card about dedication, but it's also about growth, and it's developing skills and growing your funds as well. So grow and building up slowly. You can see there's two coins on the tree. So it's saying putting money away, trying to build slowly, trying to be careful where you're spending money, but changing that mindset over. That's your good news, is that knowing that you're part of this abundance. If you can strategically pivot, this card here is saying do a bit of a restructure with your finances. Take a look at where your money's going. Look at your streaming platforms. Look at where all the places your money's going, and see what you can pull back and put in other places, or see what you can put back and grow through saving. So hopefully that makes sense to you, and hopefully that's a bit of good news for you. It's better if at the moment, the best advice is to restructure and preserve money at the moment, but change your mindset over. So the next one that came up is, let's see, Desert Moon, health in the future. Okay, so again, I'm using the 3 decks. For everybody else, these are just for the first 3 people that came in. I'm using one deck only. Now we're from the tarot up above. We've got positive cards on the table for you. You're asking about health in the future. You need to preserve your energy here, protect your energy. So it's about shielding and protecting. So making sure that you're preserving your energy. We do see success, victory goes in your favor, and I see happiness, so celebrations up the top. So this is a 10 of Cups, happy and celebration. It's also financial abundance as well. And I thought I saw abundance. I didn't see it in yours. But here we see happy cards, victory cards, renewal. So now the renewal card coming out of the Immortal Oracle is it's about ashes to rebirth. So this is a card as rising from a collapse, rising from a difficult, challenging situation into turning it around in your favor, basically turning it into victory and happiness. We have the luxury card on the table, which is the 9 of Coins, could be indicating money coming your way somehow regarding health, or it could be generally 9 of Coins is not really money going out, but it could be that extravagance in some way. So whether things are costing money, or there's money coming in, or you're spending money in a certain way, but it's indicating the 9 of Coins. So 9 of Coins is generally a very good card, just like the 10 of Cups is generally a very good card as well. I see a little bit of nostalgia, 6 of Cups around you. Could be memory, situations with your memory, and I think I saw pressure build up as well. So playing havoc with your memory or mental state, brain fog even. Here I'm just getting out of this memory card, 6 of Cups card. It can also be thinking about genetics, so as far as what other people in your family lines when it comes to health. Down the bottom, we have got, out of the new deck, we've got something hidden. So we're just wanting to cover all bases here. Of course, this is a health reading, and tarot is no replacement for actual medical advice. So when you're looking at health, you definitely need to be looking at professional advice for health. Disclaimer. And I think it even says it up the top there. But here I'm seeing eruption threshold. So we've got this pressure release. Now that could be your heart rate. It could be blood pressure. It could be because it's pressure release. So eruption threshold could be like throbbing headaches. Like it's that pressure build up. So around you. Now something hidden, you're looking for something hidden. So maybe searching for solutions, or searching for a hidden situation. But I see a few different people involved here. So different people involved here. But most importantly, this is a great card. Now, you've asked about your health in the future, and it's a very optimistic reading. So you've got happiness, you've got successful victory outcome, and you've got improved situation. So an optimistic approach. This card is also full of fresh fruits and vegetables and nutrients and vitamins and health, general good health. So it's an improved situation. So great cards, I think, for you. That's not negative, anything too negative, but we do have a couple of cards on the table that indicate a bit of a like a fall or a plateau or it says rising from collapse into a better situation. So it is an improved situation. Things get better is what they're saying past this. So yeah, don't panic. Put good vibes out into the world, and of course, ask your guides for help as well. Ask them to help and support you through everything that you're going through. Now, the last one that I've pre-pulled for is Arlene. Let me just find you, and then I'm going to jump back and just scan up and down and pull whichever one I'm drawn to. So whichever one Spirit shows me is the one I'm going to be showing. And then you'll let me know which deck you'd like me to read. If there's nothing on there, I'm just going to grab whichever deck I feel drawn to grab. Just one card there. Okay, now Arlene wants to know if she'll be moving soon. You've got good cards. Quick cards too. I would say this is positive. We've got an exit roll or closing a door. So you're closing one door to open another door. So that to me sounds like a move. We've also got the Queen of Wands sitting on the table. She's magnetic. She's a great manifester. She sets her mind as action orientated, the Wands. So she sets her mind to something and she attracts through abundance and manifestation everything she wants in her life. So she's very powerful, very magnetic. What she puts out into the world comes back to her. So this is your energy. This is you attracting everything you want to attract. It's saying abundance too. You've got the 10 of coins. If you're needing money for this move, that's money is coming. So whatever it is that's holding you back, there's no blocks here. You're very powerful. The universe is very magnetized by your energy. So you attract to you everything you put out there and everything you want. So I see very positive results for your move. And the 8 of Wands is indicating momentum. It's already in progress, probably through your manifestation abilities, and it could be happening very fast. Down the bottom, we have strategy. So considering your moves very carefully. So putting a little bit of thought into as well as being a manifesting thing. It's also about thinking about what your options are here, and obligations as well, of course, and responsibilities that you have when it comes to where you're moving or the place that is right for you. So I see the universe having this clear flow and saying, yes, we're giving you exactly what you want, but make sure what you're putting out there is exactly what is needed at the time, and how you're asking for that to just make sure that you're attracting what is the best case scenario for you, because it's asking you to put a little bit of strategy in there, which feels to me, and it's, again with the endurance card, is showing me boots on the ground. So it's showing me having to put in an effort to make this happen. So it's not just about sitting in your throne up here and putting in the vibes out to the universe and saying, universe, please bring this to me, and doing nothing about it and expecting the universe just to bring it to you. These cards here all saying you've got obligations, you've got responsibilities, you've got to be the one that gets things done. Endurance card is very Capricorn energy. It's about it says carry the mountain and keep going. So do what you need to do to get the result here. Strategies in place, make lists, make plans, step in, start looking, basically go through houses. The more you get boots on the ground and get involved in the situation, the more likely that situation is going to happen. I see the universe giving you what you want anyway, but I do feel like there's a level of boots on the ground here. It won't happen unless you actually walk out and start looking through houses. But positive cards for you, Arlene. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Let's go through and see. Let me just pack up some of these cards, and I'm going to go through and just pull different cards here. If you remember, please do let me know which deck you'd like me to read. So whether that's the tarot, whether that is the Immortal Cycle, the blue one, or whether that is the new one. Let me just pack some of these away, and I've dropped a victory card on the ground, but I'm sure the victory is in 2 decks as well. Okay, we'll take that one as well. Let's have a look. Who is next? Okay, I'm drawn to this one. I don't know why I'm drawn to this one. It's where I stopped. Okay. How do I see things going? Let's see which, and you didn't tell me which one, so I'm going to go with the new deck for this one here, the forecaster, and see what it says. Be free. How do you see her? How do you see this dinner date going? Oh, it's in motion. It's developing. Okay, it's moving quickly. So urgent response, you need to jump onto this. So now it may be that the follow-up, even there's something about it that you need to you need to act on this. So you need to make actions with it. Okay, we've got endings and closures here. So something that you need to act upon urgently now, and something is in motion. So let me try and just pull through what this exactly is. We're at a turning point in this relationship because we have a catalyst event. So this dinner leads to something else. It's a catalyst event or a turning point for something else. Now, just because she looks stressed in this picture doesn't mean you're going to be stressed, but this dinner is a catalyst event. It's a turning point for something else. So whether it's a beginning of a relationship or whether it's a beginning of a decision that gets made at this dinner, send you pivoting in a different direction or send you, it's a catalyst, a point. So it sends you in a new direction or gets things moving, I should say, developing and moving. Now, I'm also very drawn to this one, a blossoming flower opening up. The flower's not dead. There's no dead flowers in this deck either, by the way, but I'm really drawn to this one because it's really in your face, really focused on this situation, this dinner, this relationship, this energy. It's blooming. So it's really just opening up. I also feel hope as well. I'm pulling in hope around this. I know it doesn't say hope here. There's hope in the other deck, but I'm feeling energy around hope. But there's something about it. You need to make a decision or you need to jump on something or respond quickly or respond. It says state of emergency, urgent response. So it could even be like a text message that you need to respond to or read your messages. There's something around it about some kind of message coming in that you need to respond to, but it's something that's developing. Something here around a closure as well. There's an issue going on with a closure or a situation where there's an end of one chapter to begin a new chapter, connected somehow to this catalyst turning point. So again, I'm not doing full readings. I'm just going to pull like 2 or 3 cards, as I might jump straight down the bottom. Oh, I've missed a lot, sorry. Let's see now. Oh, okay. I'm reading your response straight away down the bottom. I've gone straight to your response. Turns into something. You're hoping. The hope. I'm feeling that hope energy. We are just friends right now. Okay, so there may be some kind of closure that needs to come up around that first, but you need to actually read your messages and respond to it or jump onto it maybe before. I don't want you to miss out on anything. So you need to, be on this one. Be on it. Okay, let's see. Let's go this one. I'm just going back and forth and just picking on whichever one kind of stands out to me. This says, and if you're new, let me know. Successful in your studies. Okay, let me grab this deck here. This is the Immortal Cycle. Success in studies. Okay, I'm feeling like a deviation of some sort. Maybe there's it's like I'm getting shown 2 paths and like it kind of goes like that. Maybe they travel along at the same time. Like maybe you're doing 2 things at once or you'll be doing 2 things at once. Okay, so we've got suppression, muted flame, dimming your light or filtering. This card comes up when you sometimes feel like you have to not filter what you're saying, or be careful how you say things, be careful, how you write things, filter, getting like check for errors when you're submitting any, checking for grammar checking for situations. It's like you're needing to, and there's another meaning for this, but I'm getting something around checking what you're submitting. So making sure that you're not submitting anything with mistakes, because I'm getting something around like filtering or having to filter, meaning don't just put it all out there in a big blob mess and then not filter and reread what you've submitted. There's something here around dimming your light also. Dimming your light, the suppression card means when you are brighter than other people, but you pretend you're not because you want to fit in with other people. So there's something going on here where you're either suppressing your true value or your true worth, or there's something going on with the muted flame. So muted. So I don't know. I keep seeing this double path, and it's almost like something else feels safer or something else feels more content. You feel so. Look, it's not that it's not successful. I'm not saying that at all. I'm seeing you doing it, but I'm feeling that there's something else going on here. This is time sensitive too. So the education part of it is time sensitive. So having to submit by a certain time or get things finished by a certain time. But I am definitely seeing like this diversion, this like path, or whether that's you get distracted, or whether you're following two paths or will be following two paths. So you've got your study and what you're studying, but I feel you're like more content or more this is the sanctuary card. It's about your safe place, your environment where you feel most comfortable. I feel there's an element of where comfort is and where you feel like you're destined to be versus your comfort zone, your level of comfort. So I'm keeping them very, very short so I can get through a couple of them. So hopefully that makes sense to you. I don't see it not being successful. I just feel like you're doing two things. That's all I feel like you're doing. You'll be venturing into two different areas. Love this. PDB, let's see. Blessed to start a new job that I love finally, but it's only short term. Tell me cards, best action to make me a superstar that they want to keep. I love it. I love the way you've written it. And I think that they're going to see the superstar that you are, because I can see it just in the way you've written that. So let me see what you can do to really stand out here. So let's get the best cards here. I'm going to go this one because I've got them in my hand, but I might pull a couple of tarot as well. Okay, what is your endurance? Hard worker. Endurance is the hard worker. That's the Capricorn energy. Capricorn are boots on the ground. They carry the load for others. They do what needs to be done. They're not scared to get in and get their hands dirty. They are, worker bees. They're the ones that are like endurance. It's Capricorn. It's about being practical, boots on the ground, getting things done, carry your load, carry other people's load. It's about really showing your work ethic here, your ability to carry more than what they expect from you. So having a bit of insight here as well, I think that's going to be another thing that they're going to really appreciate, is the way you assess situations and look at things. So it's almost like you've got a knack of you see things a different way than other people. So you can see maybe the way things are done, but you can see ahead. So in a way, now it could be that you're seeing a better way to do things. I don't know if I would be wanting to get in there and change everything, but what I'm seeing is that you understand through intuition and attunement is that you can kind of see what is expected. So you've got this knack of having, okay, I'm feeling around this person that if I do this a certain way, that this is going to be more valuable for the company, but it's also going to show my best assets as well. So it's like you've got this way of seeing things and seeing how you can best make the situation go in your favor. I think they're going to also be able to see they're going to see it. Like, this is a eyes open kind of card. They can see this is a future. It's a crystal ball. They can see your level of switched onness. You're switched on. You're not only boots on the ground, and this is what you'll need to be to show the superstar you are, is that boots on the ground, willing to work, willing to get in and done it, but also you've got this level of intelligence that has foresight, and you can think, okay, well, I need to get in and get this done because this is going to be the next step of the project. So if I can get my hands in that and be ready for that situation, it's like you're very switched on and they'll see that as well. So awareness. So that is the same thing. I'm not going to run through that again. It's awareness, having situational awareness, knowing what's coming next, what's going to be expected of you, and they will see that you've got situational awareness, and that is going to go in your favor. The other thing that will go in your favor is your experience. So use the experiences that you've been through throughout your life and bring that to the table. Show you that you're a valuable asset through your past experiences, through your situational awareness, and through your ability to put boots on the ground, and don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and get in and get the job done. And be helpful to other people, because that's Capricorn energy that will carry the load, but also help other people carry their load as well. So positive things, I think, for you. So I hope that makes sense. Let's see what else. Okay, I'm going with this one. This is Jen. Okay, I'm reading yours, Jen, but Dina, I can't, for some reason I'm really drawn to your energy there. So if I can just tune back into Jen for a second, but Dina, I'm doing yours next, because I want to read Jen's, but I feel like I want to read yours, Dina. Like it's pulling my attention away. So let's give Jen the space here. So it says, I'd love to know whether I'm going to catch a break. My life has changed a lot recently, and I'd love to know if I'm on the right path. Okay. The deck that I'm reading is called the Immortal Cycle. It's really a good deck to have a look at what patterns we repeat and how do we break these cycles, break these patterns. So I think this is a really important deck for you, Jen. So let me take a look at your current situation and how you break some of these patterns that you've been experiencing, and if you are on the right path. So let's take a look. I'm just doing 3 cards. They're just basic readings. Blocked. Okay, so you've got blocks going on around you. Now you're catching a break. So there's blocks. Now, okay, so what it's saying energetically wise is you need to be a little carefree. So this is music, movement, and flow. Very carefree. This is based on a character in the book that is very cruisy, very free-flowing energy. He's a DJ. He's into also like swimming in the ocean. He's a surfer. It's like that kind of energy. This is a character in the book. I'm not saying this is you, but this is that energy of it. It's somebody that's very earthy, in touch with the earth. They're very carefree energy. So I feel whether it could be you could be go with the flow kind of person. If you're not, the cards are indicating that you may be needing to be a little bit more go with the flow, a little bit more flowing energy. When you're feeling low, or you're feeling like you've got this negative stuff playing in your head, so that I'm feeling like there's a lot of chatter in my brain at the moment, and I'm feeling like there's like cogs moving in my brain. So it's like I'm always thinking, I'm always rationalizing, I'm always saying why. I don't know if you're an air sign, but here in your brain. So it's saying, take a breath, take a deep breath. When this happens to you, you're not conscious of what you're putting out into the world. So you've got these cogs that keep moving, but they're putting out stuff into the world that maybe you don't want them to put out, and you're not even conscious that it's happening. So this is what's causing your block. So you can see the block here, and I'm feeling this big block here. So it's part of that. What's going on in your mental activity is causing the blocks for you in your physical presence. As I said, the Immortal Cycle is all about what repeating patterns and what obstacles or loops that we need to break when we come into this life. Now, it could be that you've repeated these patterns through past lifetimes or through, your whole life. But the main one I'm feeling for you is the cogs turning and not really being aware. Actually, the awareness card is on the table of what you're putting out mentally without even realizing it. So when that happens to you, take a deep breath, put some music on, walk on the earth, because it's a very flowy one. Get to water based on this character, and be in that kind of flowy energy, because then that's going to allow a reset. It's a calming of the mind. You've caught that you've done it, and you can say, okay, let's put out different things let me be conscious and aware of what I'm putting out into the world. So then I can put out something more positive, and this will prevent these blocks that are happening for you. This is what and it also says that awareness, your body holds the answers, you just need to tune in. So it's a little hard to tune in when you've got this mental chaotic state going on in your brain. So if you can, again, relax, this is meditation pose, it's breath work, it's take a breath is what they told me. If you can get into that state of just complete relaxation and be aware of what's going on, and then just breathe, tune in through music, earth, water, and then you rewrite the code. It does say embodied code, tune in with your body that knows the answers, but I'm feeling like part of that problem is that you've got to really know that your body is part of it, your brain is part of it. So once you can capture that and know that, be aware of that that's happening, then you can release it and just go with the flow, and then turn it around and reprogram what you want so you can attract more of that. Dina. Okay. Why do I keep getting let go from admin jobs? Again, this is the immortal cycle. This is loops that keep repeating. It's been a life pattern frequently. Okay, I get it. It's harder to especially when something's so not mainstream. I get it. I've done my Reiki as well. Okay, let me just tune into your energy there and see what's going on. Inner wisdom. Okay, safe place, chaotic world. Okay, let's see what your problem is here. What is the, first of all, we're asking, what is the main issue causing this repeating loop? What is the main issue? Okay, let's take that one. Clarity, regrets. Okay, so there's a little bit of inner torment going on here. What if, why? That thinking of, I should have done this, I should have done that. Okay, two things I'm picking up out of that. First of all is I know that you want to do Reiki. Will you be regretful if you get to the end of your life and think, I didn't even give it a go? So one thing I'm saying is really put it out there, put it to the universe, that's what you want to do, and the universe will provide for you. I do feel there's something else going on there. It's not like that's the only thing you're doing. You could be doing other things as well. But if that's what brings you comfort, that's what brings you sanctuary, and that's your comfort zone, then you need to be making sure you're at least attempting and trying to put that into place. Now, I know that by what you've written here, that in itself is a block. So, and even though when I was first looked at your reading and I thought, okay, I know that it's that avenue is difficult. That's a block by thinking, okay, just because the world tells me that not everybody wants Reiki or not everybody will succeed in that avenue doesn't mean that you won't. So you need to reset that programming because it is a block. That's what we're looking for in these cards. We're looking at that block. Now, the card that's come up for you is regret. It's about what if or why, or what if I put all my energy into trying to make this work and it doesn't succeed? What if? There's a lot of what if energy happening here, and that is your block. That is the loop that keeps repeating. You're always questioning why, and you're questioning why in the question that's on the cards here. Why is this happening? Why is this a pattern? There's a lot of thoughts of regret or questioning what if and why. Now we've got the sanctuary card, so safe place in a chaotic world. So when I first read your question, I thought, well, that's the way of the world right now anyway. There's volatility in the world. So take a little bit off yourself. Don't sit in this regret energy and blame yourself. That's definitely what I'm getting around you. It's like this sitting in, okay, it's my fault. I've done this, why have I done it differently? The energy of the world, because this is what I read your question, I thought, well, that's the way the world is at the moment. There's volatility. People can't keep people on. They need to restructure. They need to change situations, and you're just caught up in that loop. That is not your fault. That's just the way the world is at the moment. Hopefully things settle down in the world in general and make things better for everybody. But I feel like you having to have this clear vision of what you want to do and set your mind mind to it, unlocking sacred knowledge. So knowing that you've got the keys to unleash your full potential and do what you really want to do. You've just got to stop blaming yourself and sitting in here thinking, okay, well, could I have done something differently? Um, will I regret starting this business or starting this Reiki? I would say no. I'd say you need to be doing that anyway. So no matter what, even if you're doing something else part-time, at the same time you're doing that, you need to still be doing that as well. It's good for your soul, it's good for your healing, and it's good for your it's like your purpose. It's like when you come in and feel like I have to try and do this, otherwise I'm going to get to the end of my life and think, wow, that's what I was supposed to do and I didn't do it. So there's an element of that going on at the same time as paying the bills, having something else that pays the bills, but really putting it out to the universe, having a clear vision, a clear goal, putting it out to the universe. This is really what I want to do. This is my comfort zone. Please help me and guide me into this path. And then it will just give you the keys. But I feel like for the meantime, there's other things you've just got to stop blaming yourself and regretting, because it's not your fault. That's what I'm picking up out of this. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, am I still going? Yes. Okay, let's see. I'll just jump down. I might just go here. Ooh, positivity. I love this one. Let's do a positive one. Okay, let's see. Yes, let's do a positive one. So I've got Jamie here says, I feel something very positive, very big is coming my way, perhaps spiritually. What do you see? So that is good. Now I'm getting a little bit of a headache. So I don't know if that's generally when I'm reading for somebody, I feel it's their energy. But it could just be that I haven't drank enough water today. So let's see, positivity and something big. I'm going to read for you the Celestial Gifts. It will be the deck that I read for you. What is coming for you, because you've asked for a spiritual reading, and what's coming for you spiritually. Yep, let's just leave it there. It's a mini reading. It's not a full reading. Okay, so you've got clarity, you've got giving to protect what matters. So there's self-sacrifice. So it's about very giving energy. So flowing energy, giving, receiving. So making sure that in your own life that you're getting back as much as you're putting out. So make sure there's balance there when it comes to giving and receiving. Just as a message there, don't see fear, see what it is. You don't see fear. You've got this clear, the veil's lifted for you. So this is a veil lifter, being able to see between the veil. That's exciting. So that's because you've asked for a spiritual reading. Here it's saying we're taking this one here out of the Immortal Cycle, which talks about your loops. It's about the veil lifting for you. Clairvoyance, even visualization, vivid dreams, predictive dreams, lucid dreaming, anything to do with dreaming or how you see things, visions, waking visions. When you first wake up and seeing visions straight away, I see that that growth coming for you. So doing a little bit of work with that. Now it's saying they'd like you to focus on mindfulness. A couple of things going on here. Mindfulness, quietening the mind and focusing on development and growth, but I feel like it's to do with visualizing. So lots of visualizing, what you want to achieve, what direction, but I'm feeling it's coming through your sense of visualization or being able to get visions of something is going to be further and heightened. Now, what I was drawn and stuck there with was the self-sacrificer. So it's almost like you whatever you focus on is where your direction goes. So if you're focusing on card reading, that's where your attention's going. That's where your gift gets stronger. But if you're doing mindfulness and quietening the mind to see what direction spirit would like you to go in, that's where the attention goes, because we've got this selfless sacrificer saying where you put your attention, where you're giving your attention, that's where the strength grows. So spiritually, whatever you're focused on is what's going to grow. So it could not, like I'm telling you visualization, you're getting stronger in your visions, but don't make that your limiting thing that you've put all your intention to, because spirit is saying don't narrow it down to one thing. you've got potential for growth in many areas and lots of big energy coming your way, but don't narrow it down to one thing. So don't sacrifice all this other spiritual growth for the sake of one thing. So it's saying be very open to what they've got to give you. I'm also getting here with the scribe. I got energy of a couple of things. It's and I'm going quick here. It's saying write down everything that's happening, all these feelings that you're getting, date, moon cycle, and what's happening. Write it, keep a record of it all, because it's all going to start to make sense. So writing down everything that you're getting, but I'm also getting a very high guide coming in for you. That's why I wanted to talk. It's big energy. And that's why I'm talking so fast, is because I wanted to make sure I got that out. So this is your big high guide energy stepping in, but saying that please do not limit yourself to one avenue, because there's a veil lifting for you, which is a broad veil, which could go in any direction. Do not limit your stream to one thing. That's your message for you. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me just click through and have a look what else we have. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle back and forth and see what's happening. Okay, we've got one here. What is my psychic gift? Let's go with this one. I'm just going up and down with the mouse, and whichever it stops on is the one that I'm going to read. Pat, what is my psychic gift? Deck 2. We've got some deck numbers in here. Let's pull those. Okay, your psychic gift. Clairaudience. I'm clairaudient. I hear things. So I hear spirit as I'm talking. I hear them talking to me. Some people hear it as they might hear their name being called. I've heard that a couple of times. Mostly I just hear them saying, and sometimes my way of knowing, I just want to share with you how that works for me. It's subtle sounds as well. It sounds different. It speaks different. My guides speak differently than I do. So I can tell that it's them speaking because they use words that I would never use. Like, I'm a very basic speaker, and sometimes they'll give me really big words and I think, does that even make sense? But that's coming through my clairvoyant ability. Now, the other thing with the clairvoyance is that I remember when my cousin passed away many, many years ago, when I was learning to distinguish between the voices coming in. So whether it's your own thoughts or whether it's spirit. And I was learning to distinguish between male and female, because when my cousin came in, not long after he passed, it was full male voice and it was an accent. So that was me learning to tell the difference between a male and a female, and really know the difference between my thoughts that happen as well, and the difference between spirit when they come in. So that was many years ago that I learned that. But they're saying that your gift is communication through clairaudience. So communication is the throat chakra. Now, the throat chakra is connected to clairaudience, because when you're doing your chakra balances, I always include my hearing in with my throat. So when I'm doing my clearing and saying I am loved, when I'm doing my heart, I speak clearly. When I do my throat, but sometimes I'll say I speak clearly and I am profoundly clairaudient. And I say that at my throat chakra. When I get up to my third eye, I say I am clairvoyant. So that's part of my clearing and cleansing. And then I activate those gifts. And I always activate the clairaudient gift through my throat chakra when I'm doing my clear and balance. So yeah, I feel like your communication with spirit is going to be your gift, and that will come in through clairaudience. So that's really exciting. Rita, deck 2. But Rita, do we have a question for you? Hi, Nisi. New one's coming out. Yep, this the motorcycle will be ready to go. It's already in stock. Just waiting for the doors to open. They'll be open on the 25th of September. We'll be back sending to the US, which is exciting that we finally got our date. I've been madly in the background working up a payment system to pay the tariffs. We pay the tariffs here in Australia, so then you don't have to when it gets to you. You just get the product at your door just like normal, which is great. But I don't see your questions as I'm looking at, you've given me the decks. Deck 3, deck 1 is the new one, but I'm not seeing questions. So, okay, this one. Okay, I've got time for a couple more. Gifts and message from guides. Deck from the new one. Yes, thank you. I'm going to give you one of these as well, because we want gifts. So we'll do the gifts from the guides. What guides would like you to work on this week with your spiritual gifts? Clairaudience again. So that message that I just gave for the last one with the clairaudience, they'd like you to start working on that as well. So when you're doing your chakra balance and you get to your throat chakra, make sure you're clear and cleanse, you're seeing the blue. I always repeat things 3 times, and you're seeing that blue nice and clear and rotating. And you're saying, I am profoundly clairaudient, or I am clairaudient, or I speak very clearly, I receive messages very clearly. I always repeat them 3 times for whichever one that is. So again, another clairaudient gift coming your way, and that's what Spirit would like you to start working on and practicing over the next week. So here we're looking at the new deck. This is the brand new deck that I'm working on, and what messages are coming from Spirit. Now, I was just going to say some earth crystals and working with crystals. So surround yourself with crystals, or find which crystal you're drawn to, because I feel like you're going to get an energetic growth out of the crystals. And then we have the earth response. Sitting next to the crystal card is saying that you are very drawn to earth energy. You almost like you get a power up from the earth. So if you're walking bare feet on the earth, breathing deep breathing as you're walking on the earth, you're getting a whole new power up from the earth. So your spirit guides are saying, don't forget to walk on the earth, or get amongst trees, get amongst some kind of earth energy, as well as crystals. So really tap into your earth energy here is what they're saying, because I feel you get a big power up out of that. So let's move up. Okay, let's see, I've got a couple more to go, and I've got this deck in my hand. So I'm not sure how this is going to read with this one, but let me have a look, Nisi. And because I know, Nisi, you've got lots of decks, and I bet you wouldn't have this one yet, because this one won't be out till 2026. I'm testing it. Okay, so looking to expand. Okay, so are we looking at a successful outcome? Okay, I see a bit of a trade-off around here. This is something is sacrificed. So maybe there's a bit to review with this. So I feel like you're either having to look at how it's structured, looking at letting parts of it change or go, because there's sacrifice rates, trading off one thing for another. So making changes in some way and really getting in and scrutinizing. So above and beyond is a good one. It's saying it goes above and beyond, but you really have to scrutinize every single detail here. So you're looking at expanding this business, and will it be successful? Will you need to scrutinize everything that's done here with this business? So go through the paperwork, because you can see all this paperwork here. Make sure you're aware of everything that's going on within this business. Make sure you know where the money's coming in and it's all recorded. Make sure you know where it's all going. So it's really having to scrutinize the financial records, because look at all these financial records on the table, and a trade-off. So trade-off, it's funny that you've said you've sponsored the business, but there's a trade-off. So just be careful of over-investing money here, because you're sacrificing. You may need to trade it off or change something within that. So once you go through and really scrutinize the ins and outs of this business, there'll be parts of it that you'll have to look at what's happening with the trade of this business. It's financial. What's going on with the trade here? Like, is everything legit and coming in and being like for you to view? Like, it's like you need to really look at the ins and outs of this business. Scrutinize the trade in this business before you make any further contributions to this business, it's saying, and going above and beyond. So that's the only thing I would say. Let's see if we can see a successful card for you. I'm going to pull one from here. And this one will be available next week. So I'm sure I'm going to see your name, Nisi, coming up, because I know you've pretty much got all of the decks. Deprogramming. So again, limit. You need to limit. So just limit what you're putting in. It's a deprogramming. I feel like maybe there's some part of the business that needs to be restructured in some way. Pull down how it's been programmed or been done, and reprogram it in a different direction or a different way. But again, limit what you're putting in here. I think that's really important. So hopefully that makes sense to you. That's what the cards are saying. I think I might just do one more. See, I'm just going to go up and down and see which question I can see here. Okay. Oh, Jen. Jen, we did yours already, and I stopped at yours again. Okay. Now I'll answer that because I can remember what we said. So I'm just reading here. Let's see. I don't know why I stopped on yours again, Jen, and it's a different question, but it's the same thing. Panning out in the next 6 months. Well, I think that the cards show that you definitely need to start doing. You need to. It's a thing that you must do. You must do it, even if you're doing it in line with something else. You definitely have to put yourself out there because it will be a transitional shift. You'll go from that to that, but it won't be. It may even be a little longer than 6 months to get it off the ground. That's why you're doing something else at the same time, but it's definitely something you have to do. Okay, let's see. Now, love a really positive one to end, so I'm going to jump down the bottom and do a positive reading. But Heidi, what do we have for you? This is what I've stopped on. Oh, crazy at work. Still with this job, taking on more responsibilities. Okay. New. Welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's see now. Which deck will be best for you? I'm going to go with the predictive deck, the forecaster. Okay, worried about your position, and the people will still have more responsibilities. What do you see? Anything about this situation? Okay, clear path. I'm getting going with the flow energy around you. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I've got one more that I've got to read. I've just got to find it. So I just got a note there that I had to read one. I've just got to try and go back through and find it as my last one. Okay, crisis optics. Okay, stage appearance. Now, crisis, it looks worse than what it is. So I know it sounds really bad by what you're saying, but I'm feeling like there's something about it that is a staged appearance. So whether you're this is flowing with the water. So, and again, I said go with the flow, but I do feel that I did hear like having to let go of some maybe responsibilities. And I know that you're saying you're taking on responsibilities, but I'm hearing something about having to let go of something. Now, staged appearance. So maybe you want to appear that you're going with the flow when even if you're feeling like you're not. So maybe it's you that's a staged appearance. You have to put on a brave face or put on a different face, or whether the company's doing that, whether the company is saying that it's worse, just for their back pocket than what it is. And that's why they're letting people go, but maybe it's not as bad as what they're saying. Something here has a staged face. It's not as it seems. So whether that's you or whether that's the company. Now, information bias, the inflammation, sorry, this is the algorithm online, but this is information bias. So maybe the information that you're getting is biased. So I don't know if you can go to the source and ask them, speak to the source directly, because information bias comes down when you hear it third hand. You're hearing information third hand about something and it may not even be the truth. It's somebody else might making it seem worse than what it is because it's sitting next to this crisis. So get clarity on where you stand. So if you're worried because of based off what somebody else has said, you need to go and get clarity. Go to the source directly and get clarity for yourself, because somebody else may be information bias and making things look worse than what they are. It may not even be you or the company. It's about what's coming through third hand information to you. Get clarity. Go to the source and get the truth. Okay, now there's one more that I had to look up. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. I'll just go through and scan. Okay, I've done a couple of those. I hate the pauses. But I'm just trying to read. There's one that I'm supposed to be reading for. I just got a note So I don't know if it was like a super chat that I had to make sure that I read for. Hi, Linda. And I'm actually getting to see who's in the chat now. Oh, Star Family ones. I love those ones. Okay, let me just have a quick peek at that one. That one is T. So let me just have a look and see if I can find this one. Tarot reader. A couple of your decks and love them, though I'm not a tarot reader. Yeah, my tarot decks, as you can see from the tarot deck that I've got here, they all come with keywords. So it helps you to trigger information. So, you'll be able to read that one card, that word should trigger other meanings for it. And you can get it from the images itself when it comes to whatever you're guided to, no matter what deck you're reading, whatever's on the card, what you're guided to say is the correct answer, whether you know the ins and outs of tarot or not. But when I do my tarot, I try to make them beginner friendly. So that way they've got a keyword on them. So if you get stuck and nothing's coming, use your keyword. Sometimes on some of my decks, I have the reverse meanings on the back. So it'll be, I don't have one here, but it'll be like the same image on both sides instead of a backing. It'll be the same image, but it will have the reverse meaning and the upright meaning on the other side. So it's to help and guide you for, if as a beginner, or that if you don't know tarot. But I do a mixture of tarot and I'm not seeing this reading that I'm supposed to be reading. Oh, Marina's in. I haven't seen Marina flip past. Hi, Marina. I'm just seeing Sherry say hi to Marina. Yep, Marina and I are doing a show next week. So 21st for me, which is Sunday. Northern Hemisphere, it'll be Saturday the 20th. So Marina and I will be doing questions together, reading the cards together, which I always love doing those. So I'll be back again next week with some more tarot reading or more card reading, and that will be with Marina on Marina's channel. I'm just trying to find, I'm not sure. There was one more I was supposed to read and I didn't. So, okay, just giving it a couple of minutes. I'll have one more scan by. Oh, here we go. Maybe he's talking. My bloody husband's in here again. Do I see him leaving work? Okay, I'm not going to read that one. No, I'm not seeing the one that I'm supposed to read. So okay, I'm going to leave it here. Lots and lots of questions, but I don't get to read everyone. We've just hit we've gone over the hour. I just like to do, because I don't like to burn out. So sometimes I end up with headaches and migraines if I just read too long. And I have been reading today, doing some picker cards on the other channel. So coming up during the week over on the Cosmic channel, I'll have some more picker cards. I've used this new deck over there. Really good readings over there. It read really well. So let's see. Yeah. Okay, I saw that. I just got a message from my husband. He's telling me, he's asked me to read his question, and I just did. Do I see him leaving work and my wife looking after me? I'm not reading that. Anyway, so that was the one he wanted me to read. So yeah, it's coming up during the week. There's picker cards over on the other channel, which is Cosmic Trish. So if you missed a reading today, you might get a message out of one of the picker card readings over there. But I will be back again next week with Marina. There's Marina. Hi, Marina. I'm just looking at your message now. Looking forward to that one. Looking forward to our collaboration, Marina. So Sunday morning for me, Saturday, I think it's afternoon or evening for the Northern Hemisphere. So we'll be doing some more questions then, and we'll get through some more. So I will be back again, I think, in probably another 2 weeks for these live readings. Thank you to everybody that joined today. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and check out some of the readings that are coming up on both channels. So, and thank you all. I will see you again on the next reading or the next live.